From Buena Park, it's a quick drive down the 5 freeway to our next stop, Santa Ana. Whether it's an independent theater, a monthly art walk, or the city's many public murals, creativity and culture are part of the Santa Ana's DNA. We're sitting down with Logan Crow to talk about how artistic expression and local pride define the city. We're here with Logan Crow, who is in charge of this amazing Frida Cinema, which is an art house cinema full of not just cinema, but all different kinds of art, different kinds of performances. And it's right here in downtown Santa Ana.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Welcome.
This is incredible.
Welcome to the Frida.
We're here.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled to be here with you.
Thank you.
Talk about how you're a longtime Santa Ana resident and you're passionate about this community. Why is that?
I love this community. I mean, I've been here now 13 years.
Okay.
And coming from Long Beach before that, Silver Lake Echo Park before that. And, you know, what I love about Santa Ana is there's just this incredible creative energy in the air, but tied to that is a collaborative energy. And that goes across creatives, across everything you can think of, from not just graphic design, but business owners, crafters, restaurateurs that had a vision based on a type of food, you name it, poets, zine makers. Everyone sort of knows each other. We collaborate with events. We support each other. And that's one of the things I really love about downtown Santa Ana is that it's collaborative and that people have sort of a wider idea of what it means to be a creative person. And that we all sort of speak that language regardless of what it is that we're doing or set ourselves out to do creatively, if that makes sense.
What do you think it is about Santa Ana that makes it such a collaborative community situation within Orange County?
I think it's just we've got this incredible hub. So the downtown community is sort of like, you know, within a quadrant of a few blocks. And there is a rich history of, long before the Frida Cinema, of entrepreneurs and people with visions making a home in Santa Ana to see that vision through. And fortunately, real estate owners and landlords who saw that vision and opened up their doors for that sort of thing. If you walk down 4th Street, you won't see that many franchises. You know, there's a couple of banks, you recognize their names. There's a Starbucks, but for the most part, it's independent restaurants, an independent nonprofit theater, independent galleries. And there's something to be said about that, is we all sort of found this place to make our dreams come true.
And where does Art Walk fit into all of that?
Predates the Frida. It's this amazing event that would take place every first Saturday of the month. And I had been coming to Art Walks for years before the Frida. And, you know, it sort of has a dual main responsibility, which is one, it promotes the galleries all up and down our community. Generally, they have monthly or bi-monthly shows, and those shows will always open, for the most part, on the first Saturday of the month. So it gave people an opportunity to come down, hop from gallery to gallery, see the new exhibits, see the exhibits that are being held for maybe a few months. And then on top of that, provide space for crafters and artists who maybe aren't showing in a gallery but have things they want to share with the community, to do that on the street, to do that in canopies, to do that at tabling. And a few years ago, the ownership of Art Walk was transitioned over to the Frida to be the chaperones of the event. And it's been a huge privilege. It's been an honor. We have been very fortunate to get city support, and the city is a wonderful partner in making sure the community continues to get its Art Walk, especially after COVID, after, you know, any number of things that sort of disrupted business and down here over the years. That opportunity for the community to get together once a month and have this event and celebrate creativity and have people go from business to business, have dinner in Santa Ana, have some drinks afterwards, connect with neighbors. It's really important for us. It's always been important for us that be sustained. So I look at it as a way to give back to the community that has sustained and helped us grow for 12 years.
Now, if somebody's coming as a visitor, I'm sure it's lovely. You live here and you know, it's probably on your calendar always to visit if you're close by. But somebody coming from out of town, checking out Orange County, is this something they should stop by, and what should they expect when they come?
Absolutely. I mean, it's because, again, if you have an eye for art, you like to go to galleries, obviously it's an amazing destination. But just if you want to be around community, if you want to be around good people, if you want to hear some bands, you know, we have 3 stages outdoors of local musicians that are playing music all up and down the block, basically, from what they call the West End to the East End of downtown Santa Ana. take in some music, look at the street vendors. There are live artists. Sometimes we have performance artists out there. Take a dip into the different bars, have a drink, and of course, visit the galleries. And I always say, like, I have a lifetime of people who think maybe they're not into graphic art. No, I like art. And then they go and they see something, or they see an artist exhibition, and it sort of awakens something for them.
Yeah.
Maybe not I suddenly like art now.
Right.
But maybe something like even more personal, like this makes me think about something I haven't thought about in a while or in a new perspective. And that's why art to me is so important. They say that art is kind of a gateway to other worlds and other perspectives, and I deeply value that. But I also think that art could be a gateway internally to within. And so it's an amazing opportunity to just in one evening explore and take in a lot of culture, food, drink, cinema here at the Frida. We also have an art show here at the lobby that rotates every 2 months. So we are one of the galleries that are participating in this community-wide event. So it's just a wonderful sort of connective event.
You call Santa Ana a cultural hub for film and arts lovers. So tell me about the Frida. What's the history?
The Frida Cinema is a vision I've had since I was a kid. And my vision was always to found a space that was obviously film first, but that also served that extra cultural space of, you will see, there has been live theater here. There have been plenty of student film showcases here. There was a student theater presentation here. We've had civic events here. We've had city council presentations here, fundraisers, quinceañeras, weddings, believe it or not.
Wow.
And those are more of the rentals. But I mean, we've had a lot of public-facing events that go beyond film. We have the art in the lobby. Again, the idea being it is a cinema, but it's also a center for community and culture beyond just film.
There's more to it than just film.
We go beyond cinema.
And so the vision for this nonprofit, it's Orange County's only nonprofit theater?
Cinema, correct.
Well, what kind of programming that you guys offer? What do you think is the most surprising to people?
I think what's most surprising to people, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, is how organic and sort of the community has been in terms of, for example, we get a lot of cosplay here. So we don't advertise for it. We don't say, hey, we're going to be playing Pride and Prejudice. Come in your best Jane Austen wear. But every once in a blue moon, people will just show up dressed in theme to the movie, even if it's not one of the movies we're doing where there's a special event or there's a pre-show or we're doing a drink special. They will just come and dress. And over the years, that has inspired more people to come and dress. So when we do the Lord of the Rings marathon, it's, countless people with everything from hairy feet to wizard staffs to...
Love that.
And so it's exciting because I think that what's been the most enriching for me in terms of surprising is what has surprised us back. How have people made a home for the Frida and sort of inspired themselves to claim it and do their own thing here?
Well, speaking of art, Santa Ana is known for its murals.
Yes.
Tell me about that,
yes.
Because there are so many that I've seen just wandering around the streets.
Well, what I love about Santa Ana is there are hundreds. And you can, at any point, Travel Santa Ana has a great resource on their website that just breaks down hundreds of murals, pictures of them, where to find them.
Nice.
But what I love about Santa Ana is not only that it's a community rich in murals, but like a lot of communities that are very, very rich in murals, has a community that's very defensive of their murals and very proud of their murals and want to make sure that they're sustained and maintained. And it's great to have partners like Travel Santa Ana. I bring them up again because by having that on their website, they're not just saying, here's where you can see the murals. They're making a testament that this is part of the foundation of the city. Because, development, anything, and suddenly you've lost a piece of art that would otherwise be permanent forever. And so, I invite anyone, to just do a walking tour of the murals. You can find them there. They have walking tours. Alicia Rojas, who's a local artist, does seasonal walking tours of the murals. There's other folks. I think the city of Santa Ana, if you go on their website, they've got self-guided tours. But it's just incredible. And again, it's storytelling, and the murals collectively tell a story of everything from the history of Santa Ana to where Santa Ana is today, personal stories. There's a mural that I'm quite fond of on Broadway of parrots that artist Alicia Rojas, who brought up a second ago, did, who can share her personal story about that mural if she wants, but knowing the story makes me respond to that mural so much. And But most of it is, documented, and, the artists are credited and celebrated. And it is a really amazing community for murals, diverse styles, up and down anywhere you go.
Okay, so what else is going on? You talked about the studios and the galleries. What's going on in that scene?
So much. I mean, the beautiful thing is that when you talk about the gallery scene in downtown Santa Ana, you're going to have your sort of flagship, recognizable, larger galleries. You've got OCCCA, Orange County Center for Contemporary Arts. You've got Grand Central. A little further down the way, you've got the Bowers Museum, which is, this historic museum. I think the largest and first in Santa Ana. I could be wrong there. All within a radius. But there are so many other smaller, independently run galleries, like every really cool sort of artist community. You've got your basement galleries, and you've got your pop-up galleries, and you've got your on the street tonight galleries. For our studio, I mean, it's just, Casa Bloom. There's just, and if you go to downtown Santa Ana has its own, downtown Santa Ana Art Walk has its own website, which is dtsaartwalk.org. And there's a tab that says galleries. And that not just gives you the list of the galleries that are down in downtown Santa Ana, but it also has links to what the current show is or the next upcoming show is. So you can click on those links and learn about what is the show that awaits you when you come to Art Walk. But what I love is the diversity of the approaches and the shows. You might have a single artist show in one gallery, a multi-artist show in the next, basement shows at the Santora building, which is this amazing building that's got a history of art and photography spaces. They have these sort of collective interactive art shows in the lobby, whilst there are other shows on the third floor of photography, a little bit of everything. This coming Art Walk, it's interesting just in terms of like going back to variety and juxtaposition. There's like a show at Grand Central Art Station, I think, called Cocked. And that show is about, it's sort of deconstructing the Western, the American Western.
Interesting.
And sort of the show, the sort of iconography of like the showdown and looking at sort of the violence in those images, but sort of deconstructing it to look at more systematically cycles of control, things like that. And then one block down at OCCCA, you've got a show called All You Need Is Love, which is a multi-artist show about love in all of its different definitions and forms. So again, just one block away, you've got deconstruction of violence, celebration of love, and everything in between, all through downtown Santa Ana. I love that element of diversity with a capital D is such an important, that's, I think, another reason that makes downtown Santa Ana such a cultural hub, is that the experiences you have are not the same experience from door to door. And there is no one trying to homogenize or suggest that there is one way to express yourself artistically. We sort of celebrate the different ways people celebrate and the different methods of storytelling and the different themes that are being explored. In one night, you can capture all of that at Art Walk.
And it sounds like it's probably a lot to take in. Henceforth, one must come here more than once.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. I mean, Art Walk is a cool sort of like everything's opening. These are the new shows. Everyone's together. But on any given night, I mean, day, night, the galleries are open. The restaurants are open. Frida is playing films. There are countless other street and community events that take place in downtown Santa Ana, vendor fests on weekends, cooking events. There are places like M. Lovewell next door that does calligraphy lessons, and and then Alta Baja Market might be doing. They did an amazing event about tortillas and how to make the perfect tortilla and different kinds of tortillas, and it was packed.
I love that.
It was an incredible event, and you get to eat, which is
you
always
get to eat.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
There's a fingerboarding place, Slush Cult, right in front of the Oast Theater, where kids come out and fingerboard, and you go and you see all these kids, and there's a whole shop dedicated, and you're like, there's a subculture for fingerboarding. I had no idea.
Knew?
There's actually brands behind this that make little skateboards, yay big, that you use your fingers to skate with ramps and tricks. And there's kids flipping skateboards with their fingers.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, and again, there are enamel pins, all the little different subcultures, zines, there's Zine Fest. I mean, that people dedicate themselves to. Sometimes okay, I'm familiar with zines, I'm familiar with these things, but fingerboards is a whole new thing, inline skating, which of course we all know about, but that there's a whole huge subculture about inline skating, the Blading Cup, which comes down to Santa Ana once a year, massive event. Ramps in the middle of the street, and it's inline skates or rollerblades, if you would. I don't know if that's a bad word to that community, but that's how we knew them back when I was younger,
Yeah.
But again, this is a community that celebrates off the wall, sort of avant-garde groups and cultures, and where those groups and cultures know that they have a home. Like downtown Santa Ana would be a cool place to do this event because that is a place where weird happens and people get excited about it.
See, I love a place where weird is celebrated and do your thing.
We love it.
Last thing, you're a proud Santanero, right?
Very proud Santanero, yeah.
So what do you hope people take away when they come to downtown Santa Ana?
What I hope they take away is that they had a really, really wonderful time in whatever way that was, whether it's through film, through music, through food, through a vibe. You can't undersell a vibe. You can't also define it or try to package it. You just know it when you feel it. I feel that vibe every day that I'm here. It's like I always kind of joke that I'm still not tired of popcorn. And my first job was at Marie Callender's. Within 2 months, like you could not put a strawberry pie near me. I still smell it and I can't handle it.
Like, no.
But I'm not over the popcorn smell. I still smell it. I still want popcorn. It's still exciting to me, and I'm very, very lucky that way because a movie guy. I still feel the vibe of Santa Ana every single day. I'm still excited to step out into the community, to walk down the street, to just breathe in the air and the creativity and just the love that's in this community. I think that when I talk to people or when people talk about Santa Ana, they talk about it in abstractions. We just had a wonderful time. It's such a cool place. It's such an inviting place. Everyone's really rad. They might talk about the experience they had. But I think what I want people to walk away with is they got to experience that energy in the air that is so ours and is so specific, and have a good time eating or drinking or going to a movie, and to just recognize how different downtown Santa Ana feels to a lot of downtowns.
Well, I'm going to have to stick around and watch a movie.
You can.
Here because I want to feel the vibe and the experience. I've already experienced a little bit with the murals and just the people and the food. So,
Stick around. It's a great place to be.
Thank you so much for having us and introducing us to Santa Ana.
You're very welcome.